Hello everyone, I hope you're well and you're having a fantastic day. Panjiri is a popular, traditional, sweet indulgence that gets made in majority of the North Indian households. It's made particularly during the winter months for that comfort indulgence food, the warmth. It also has got the tendency to keep you fuller for a longer period of time. I'm Avtaar and welcome to my world. To start off with, dry roast the nuts, and the important bit here is that I have to dry roast them individually. I'm using 1/4 cup for the sake of the measurement. While almonds are getting done, same measurement for the walnuts. Almonds have got roasted thoroughly. You can see the oils on the ladle here, as well as they are kind of splitting. So transfer these. Next is pistachio nuts. And my second pan will take the same quantity of the cashew nuts in there. Cashew nuts are done. The pistachios are done as well. Transfer these to cool down. The fennel seeds, same quantity, 1/4 cup, dry roasted. So fennel seeds nicely done. Again, you can tell they're done because it's a beautiful aroma coming out of them. Next is the carom seeds. These will help with the digestion, as well as they have got a lovely crunch that comes in when you're eating. The same measurement, 1/4 cup. The carom seeds are releasing that wonderful aroma that gets transferred for it to cool down. Next is the poppy seeds. I'm using white poppy seeds. Okay, so this, transfer it into the same plate as the carom seeds. 1/4 cup of the sunflower seeds. The colors is changing, and these gets transferred onto this mixture here, the one that I'm not going to grind into powder. Next is the pumpkin seeds. Oil getting released is so evident because these are shining even more now than when I first started roasting. Next is desiccated coconut. Now here the measurements change. It is 1 cup instead of 1/4 cup. Lightly roast this. This gets done very quickly, so you got to be ultra careful here. Transfer it. This here is ground ginger powder, and again the measurements have changed here. It's 1/2 cup. So when you have the panjiri and then you get that unique taste of the ginger coming out of the panjiri, and that makes it really delicious. Ginger powder releasing its aromas comes out into the bowl. So these have cooled down now. Crush these coarsely. Don't want to make them into a complete powder. And it gets added to the ground ginger, pistachio nuts. Okay. Walnuts. Almonds. So these gets added as well. Do the same thing with the pumpkin seeds. So that gets combined. Fennel seeds. Do not want to turn it into complete powder. Coconut was already desiccated. That gets combined as well. Carom seeds are tiny enough. Not going to turn them into powder. Same with sunflower seeds. Just going to leave them as they are. And same goes for the poppy seeds. Now here comes the next stage. I shall use 3/4 of ghee in there. It is essential to use ghee for panjiri and not to use oil. Once it's heated thoroughly, in goes the besan or the ground flour. So I've got 1 there, 2 there, 3 and 4/4. So into 3/4 of ghee, I'm using the full 1 cup of besan or ground flour. Sometimes the wheat flour can be used. The advantage of using besan or ground flour is 2 things. One is it's got natural nutty taste to it. It's more tastier than the wheat flour. The important is the fact that it is gluten free. So if you are not wanting to have any wheat products, so it's ideal to have the besan. So there are several ways of making the panjiri. I personally make it this way, and I use those measurements because this will give you that perfect balance of the flavors and the taste of each ingredient that you have added into it. It's quite important to have the besan or the ground flour fried thoroughly in the ghee, or else it will give you that raw taste and you will be able to tell. The biggest giveaway sign is the color has changed into a really lovely golden color and the aroma is intensifying. So don't be rushing, because if you have it on a very high heat, it starts getting burnt very quickly. But what you're doing is really frying this thoroughly. Now you can tell there's a darker color coming out from the bottom, and I'm going to turn the heat off. Besan is nicely done, and in goes 3/4 cups of soft brown sugar. The heat is enough in the frying pan for the sugar to start melting, and I have intentionally not made sugar syrup because this keeps for few days, in fact few weeks, and you do not want to have the water in there. The last but not the least is raisins that go in there, and that was 1/2 cup of raisins instead of only 1/4, because I just love that, the natural sugars that come out of the raisins when you bite onto it. So now comes the third stage. I've turned the heat off completely, but this mixture is still quite hot. Our prepared mixture of the nuts and other ingredients, and combine this together. If it goes in as well. So I have mixed it all thoroughly and made sure that if there were lumps that formed out of the besan flour, so I've completely mashed them. So the mixture is very thoroughly mixed, and the flavors that coming out of this now and the aromas is just wonderful. So this mixture is what's the traditional and authentic panjiri. If you want to, you can add more quantity of ghee into that, and then once it's all done, you can roll it into little balls or let it set on a plate to cut it into the bars. With this quantity of ghee and the way panjeeri has come into mixture is just right. You do not get that sickly feeling of having something too rich afterwards. And panjeeri is ready to be eaten, and it's also a very good way of getting your family to eat the nuts or include the nuts into the daily diet. Thank you for your time. Do not forget to click on the like button before you go. Post your comments, do share the video, and if you haven't already, do click on the subscribe button. Until next time, God bless you all. Take care and bye-bye for now.